What we have here are artifacts from, we think, a 1555 shipwreck. Incoming merchant ship coming into the New World. So this represents the colonization of the New World. Columbus landed here in Hispaniola, established La Isabela. By 1502, Santo Domingo was a thriving city. This vessel, we think, was coming to the New World, perhaps to go to Cuba, but ended up wrecking in Punta Cana.
Here's the deal, Sarah. You're gonna have to go over there and pick that up, and it's gonna lay back this way. Anything that you can think of for daily life that the Spanish thought they would need in the New World was aboard this ship. If you're gonna bring lots of stuff for your porridge, and you're gonna bring lots of plates and platters for foods and forks and candlesticks, and here, example, we've got a stack of 3 porringers, these pewter porringers, which are plentiful on the site. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of these that were recovered.
This site was treasure hunted for 3 years actively, where these artifacts came from. But the news is now we're pleased that the site will become a scientific research area, which enables us to continue academically looking at the site. We've already looked and seen ship timbers.
We have horseshoes in here. We're talking about some of the first horses in the New World coming on this, early 16th century shipwreck.
We've seen other artifacts that have not even excavation, that are literally laying on the surface. Those artifacts will be protected as a research site for the next few years. Then ultimately we hope to turn it into a snorkeling, maybe a dive site, a living museum in the future, but not until we get the academic work done on the site.
This site I am working on for my individualized major program at Indiana University for underwater science. But as of yet, the shipwreck has not been identified, so that is what I'm working on. And these artifacts help a lot with that. And these actually have some maker's marks on them, which is very, very important for the identification of this shipwreck. For the underwater aspect, I was actually able to dive on the 16th century site yesterday. I got a great hour-long dive in. Visibility was fantastic. I was able to see bombards, which are really early Spanish artillery, with lifting rings still attached that you would be able to lift into the bombard cannon, and saw big anchors with great biology growing on them, and just a very, very dynamic site overall.
So it's very windy, it's very wavy, it's unusual that we can get good conditions to dive. We got lucky. We've come here many a time when we just couldn't dive. It was a washing machine out there. So we just weren't able to even dive the site. There was bad weather, but this is the exposed side of the island. When you think about Hispaniola, Dominican Republic, and Haiti, the southern shore, I call it the Caribbean. The northern shore is the Atlantic. Sites like this are unusual. This site, there's certainly less than 20 in the Americas of this type of age vessel, heavily armed vessel to protect itself, but couldn't protect itself from the weather. Today it's representative of the mid-16th century colonization of all of the Americas, and it's a precious piece of the maritime heritage of the Hispaniola, Dominican Republic.